Welcome back to Prisoners of the Sun. So, yeah. Now we're in the ship. Let's see if we can find calculus.
We're in the shit.
Also, Kitty.
Oh,
So
look
what
at
happened to
look at
Snowy?
that! Turns out the whole quarantine thing was all a bunch of horse shit. Who would have thought?
I don't know, Pedro. It looked completely legit to me.
All right. The first thing we have to do in this boat is we have to turn on the engines.
The engines seem to be running.
Oh no, Tintin has contracted the rise of lyric syndrome. He's putting out the painfully obvious. That's okay. Fortunately, he only did it once.
Bounce pad.
Okay, here's the problem. This level introduces insta-kills.
Oh.
Joyful.
Oh,
Basically, if that guy touches, he goes like, "You're my prisoner," and you die automatically.
Charming.
Because you know Teo, this game wasn't hard enough. We had to step it up in this level.
Come on, step it up.
What sick psychotic fuck played the first game and then said to the developers, "Yeah, dying all the time and losing time all the time is alright, but you know what's the game missing? Instant deaths. That's what this game is missing."
Oh, jeez.
Probably the same.
Also, charming. That guy is damaging you even if you're standing on the pile of boxes.
Probably the same guy who suggested that Silver Surfer should have a hard mode.
Oh, the game was the hard mode.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, so what we have to do here, we have to get the specific path, and we have to get this particular bottle. I think it's a bottle.
It's a
Also, notice how the foreground objects actually even disappear. Like the HUD also gets hidden behind the.
That's weird.
I get what you're going for, developers, but not needed. And quite honestly, if I need to check my timer, it can be quite annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're going for, but nah.
Nope.
Knack.
Knack. But that you
So
see.
what does the statue what do the statues do?
The stat. Oh, they give you life. Anyway.
Okay.
There you go. Well, basically, I guess someone basically you're supposed to throw that whatever it is, and that makes that guard somehow come out. I don't really get it.
Of course.
The first time I played this level, I literally bumbled around for like an hour trying to figure out what the hell was I supposed. And keep in mind, I'm being timed. And I'm supposed to pick up random bottle and then randomly throw at him, and that somehow makes him come out of his I don't. What? Start making sense, game. Go ahead, too.
Oh, sorry. Give me a second. This man has committed sacrilege and has put on an Inca bracelet.
Inca
bracelet. Sorry. Now we must die.
What?
So yeah, they kidnapped Calculus because these particular Incan guys. Guess what, Shiro? There are still people that they are devoted to the Inca religion, and
for some reason.
And
Tintin.
And since Calculus put on that bracelet from the mummy, that's considered sacrilege because it's a sacred item. So
does Tintin need to stay in the cone of light or avoid it?
That's just the thing too. I still have no idea how the hell this level works. You're supposed to dodge the bullets, I guess. It's kind of hard though because there's three stages. You're supposed to see where it's coming from, and it's kind of hard to explain. But this level doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me because you're supposed to dodge the bullets, and there's no way to dive. I've tried pushing all buttons. There's no way to dive. So I guess you're just supposed to, have really quick reflexes. This game again. Why did this game need to have insta deaths? This game is already hard enough as it is.
Because they wanted to fuck with you even more.
Seriously. Even Hidetaka Miyazaki will tell you that you're overdoing it.
Come on, you're almost there.
The guy who
look at that glorious butt.
The moron who directed Dark Souls 2, however, he'll probably give this one a thumbs up. New password, the coach. Two?
What happened?
Actually, yeah.
He wanted to take me prisoner, but I was able to escape.
Pronon game.
Calculus is on board.
Dun dun dun.
Well, shit.
Back to the shore. No sleep for us tonight.
Poor captain.
Well, that is true. They do indeed skip the entire night in the comics, so that's actually accurate. And now we skip to when they're going to the train. The kidnappers have taken Calculus. Following close behind them, Tintin and Adok are bound for Jauga.
Sounds like a coffee. Captain, get out, quick!
We're in South America, so...
The coupling is broken and our coach is running away.
I wonder if the Incans might have me behind this.
No, don't you see, Pedro? It's Rasputin who's his magical energy bats.
Okay. This is one of the worst levels in the entire game. Why?
That's saying a lot.
Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so here's how this level works. That briefcase moves with the inclination, so obviously it hurts you. So you're supposed to hang from those bars there, and you have to consistently do that as well, not just to dodge the suitcase, but also so you can get clocks, because you have to keep the timer from going to zero, otherwise... and that's right, and you can't go into the bars when you go into a tunnel. So, fortunately, the game, for some reason, has mercy on you, and during the tunnels, the suitcase will not move. Otherwise, this level will be downright unbeatable.
Yeah, if you're invincible, just stay there.
I know this, but I'm trying to at least give a basic idea of what this level is like.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Meanwhile,
this
Tintin is just
level...
jumping up and down the train like an idiot.
This level, not to mention, this level is so boring, even without the difficulty. This is just a simple...
Just look at it, how fair it is.
There's nothing to this level. You're literally just dodging this suitcase and getting clocks. That's it.
This is the Uncharted 2 train level, gone.
No, Dwez, if this was the Uncharted 2 train level, I would be having fun.
I said gone wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the train here is actually... No, okay, the train was actually...
If I could... I would love so much to take out a rocket launcher and blast this train to smithereens. Or even better, do it like in the climax of Lost Legacy. Literally drive a car through the train.
This is still going, by the way.
Yes, this level also goes on for quite long. And trust me, Teo, this isn't even the worst that this game has to offer, believe it or not. At least not in my opinion. But yeah, this is definitely what I told you, Teo, that this game would soon show its true colors. All right, back to so basically, yeah, it's just a survival level. You're just supposed to survive until the level ends. All right, and this is actually the scene that is used at the beginning of the cartoon intro, actually. So that's cool. Okay, so we've survived, fortunately. So now we have this to go to the market and see if anyone has seen Professor Calculus. And yes, Teo.
Charming.
And yes,
pizza on you.
And of course, it kills us.
To be honest, Llama's pizza can be actually quite powerful if you're not that careful, because they usually contain like seeds.
I know. I get, and to be fair, that was one of the big running gags of this particular book. But still.
Hello there.
Basically,
like Michael Jackson.
Bye.
Teo, that's racist.
Yeah, I have to stop judging things based on a cultural assumption, yeah.
Anyway, basically, Shiro, we have to search for Calculus, but we don't know where he is, so we have to just ask around, hoping in vain that someone saw him. Well, it's not like we have a better plan, so let's do it. Here's the problem. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Basically,
no, go ahead.
Unfortunately, only some of them actually will allow us to question him. Go ahead. There's...
Oh, a short man with a little beard. You see him?
I'll be
a man with a little beard.
I'll be the Indian.
And wearing glasses. You see him?
No say. Oh, I see, Glib. So you're operating on Beyond Two Souls logic. if you see, guys, if you speak really loudly and slowly, people will understand your language. Let's in fact, let's test it right now. Dwebs, consegues perceber o que eu estou a dizer?
Bless you.
No, I wanted pork chops for my tea.
Dwebs, para de atacar a minha família. Okay. Okay.
Hey, my family's.
I actually understood that.
And I guess she heard that too.
No, I didn't.
I told Dwebs to stop it. I told Dwebs to stop attacking my family.
To stop attacking his family, yeah.
Breaking reference.
That reminds me, actually. It reminds me of that Uncharted 3 part we did, where Pedro had to do the entire part in Portuguese as a penalty.
Yeah, and I did that.
Really?
And I did that. And I also said that to Teo in Portuguese as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is that.
Yeah, go on.
The point is, every time we ask an Indian about caucus, they always say no sé, no sé. For those who don't know, that's I don't know in Spanish.
So, what country are we in now?
Peru.
Peru.
And Peruvians speak Spanish, okay.
Which is why I called
All these
Teo.
colonies and shit.
Which is why I called Teo a racist earlier because yeah. Anyway.
Well, mind you, it's not like. I mean, what kind of Tintin game could you make in? What kind of Tintin story could you make out of either London or Cardiff?
I don't know.
Tintin and the bullshit language.
But Teo, that
Tintin and
that final
traffic
long jump is you have to be like pixel perfect with that jump. It's annoying.
You know what this? Oh, hold on.
Aren't you ashamed bullying a child like that?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boss fight.
Okay.
So yeah, this guy has been bullying this poor Peruvian kid, so we're going to defeat him by dodging his attacks.
Wow. Really?
Press X to dodge attack, and if you dodge attack, he'll punch the wall. And yes, that is true. That is one of the things that happened in the comic was that he accidentally punched the wall and then he left. However, I failed to understand why you thought this would make for a great boss battle, just having Tintin dodge punches.
Yeah.
And
No,
you just
but-
leave
but-
the kid there.
Psst, senor, you listen to me. Me know where
Huh?
your friend is prisoner. You come. Okay, the story doesn't. The game doesn't tell you, but in both the cartoon and the comic, Sorino actually tells Tintin that all of those Indians that he asked actually know where Croculus is. They're not saying anything because of
Out of fear.
out of fear of that the Inca king will kill them and shit.
So it was your voice in the bushes.
Meet Zorino, our third guest character for this game.
What's your name?
Zorino, senor. Me help you find your friend after a long trek.
This music.
Night soon. We camp.
Oh,
And-
so we can gain all the experience points.
Zorino was kidnapped last night.
Of course. The pacing of this game.
Well, yeah, that's just the too. We have to abridge the plot because, yeah.
We must try to find him and then tackle whoever's kidnapped him.
Okay, I hate this upcoming level, but first, Teo, finish what you were saying. Might as well.
Well, first I'm saying there's a reason why the term abridged is being recently associated to comedic stuff, but what I was saying now that I see more of these games, it reminds me actually of one of the very few Mega Drive games I actually played when I was a little kid. It was actually a Smurfs themed video game. I don't know what it was called, maybe it was just like the Smurfs. And it was similar to this, like a platformer with a lot of bullshit damage dealing stuff. To a point where, in the first level, you just like come to the end, you're supposed to enter the house and jumping from the, mushroom rooftops. But if you just go to the end of the level, you die automatically by stepping in a field or something. And it kind of reminds, now that I see this game, it kind of reminds me of it. Maybe it was done by the same team, actually. Let me check.
Go ahead. Infogrames. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Also, the kidnappers of Zorino also kill you, instantly kill you.
Of course.
So basically, make sure you know where they are, because if you're walking blindly into a section of the where they are without knowing that they're there, you'll probably get caught and you'll lose a life because of it. Because that's good game design. Also, cactus. And surprisingly, it doesn't move, and yet it kills me all the same.
Exactly, though.
Is there something in this game that does not kill me?
The one-ups.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine that? One-ups actually means you lose a life.
Well, actually,
Well,
do
in
have
Sonic games,
yeah.
that was indeed possible for a
the
long time.
Eggman monitor, yeah.
No, I'm
That's
talking
in
about,
Mania.
I'm talking about pre-Mania when you could get crushed by a life bar. Or any block.
Like in Mania, if you're under it, it just bounces off you.
Yeah, it just bounces on your head, and it'll keep bouncing for as long as you so choose.
You're seeing, so Teo, any luck seeing on checking out?
I'm looking, don't worry. Keep going for the meantime.
So yeah, you're seeing a lot of jump cuts. That's because this level is fucking horse shit. So I had to play quite a bit of it before I finally got it done, because it's mostly the insta-death stuff, and the fact that the overall level design isn't even very good. Like, there's barely any structure to this level. It's just random platforms placed in random places. Like, yeah, make sure those guys don't touch you, otherwise you'll kill.
Why are they randomly walking on the side of a mountain in circles?
I don't know, Shiroi. So this is their plan? Kidnap Sereno and just stand there walking? Me no, you set me free. What is it, Teo?
Hold on.
New password.
Apparently, yeah, it seemed to be the same team.
Infogrames, oh great.
Actually, no, beat the managers.
Oh, okay.
Snowy!
So yeah, a condor took Snowy.
Oh shit.
Quickly now! Ropes and my scarf!
Alright then.
I guess it can make sense. I think even Pedro was Belgian, I think.
Mm-hmm, I think so.
So, yeah, licensed product of Belgian comics. Yeah.
Exclamation point!
Alright, so... once again, the developers are really stretching when it comes to making these levels.
Oh shit.
In the original comic and cartoon, while trying to escape, he just grabs the condor's talons, and it's just a short fall to the ground when that's it. But in here, I decided to make this level where you have to try your best to steer the condor away from any branches, because the branches kill you, and rocks that randomly fall. That's also nice.
It's like that mechanic in Wario Land 2 where Wario attaches to the owls.
Yeah, except there you can actually control the owl. And here you're kind of trying to steer it. The problem is that the condor, of course, fights you, so it's not always reliable. I really fail to. I am literally failing to see. The only way to really complete this game without cheats is to complete anything other than complete mastery will cause a game over.
Yeah, it's still not Battletoads level of bullshit, but it's very close.
And the problem is that with Battletoads, you could tell it was on purpose. In this, it's just terrible design in general.
Yeah.
Ugh. Also, this level is boring. Like, you're literally only pressing left and right in this level. If you jump, you die, so... There you go.
Yay.
Yeah.
One morning...
Oh, we just... Go ahead. Okay.
Remember, Jay, we're abridging this. Guess what happens, Shiroi?
Avalanche, I think.
Very good.
Of course.
And this is kind of like in that
wait.
video game.
Wait, where the hell is Tintin's,
Backpack and everything.
Yeah, he was wearing a specific outfit for the, on top of that one, so I guess the developers couldn't afford to make a second sprite.
Yeah, this music's unfit. I'm gonna play Crash.
Okay,
Dash.
yeah, here's the problem. Okay, here's the problem with this section. You never have any idea where the rocks in your path are gonna be. you're gonna have to have super instant, lightning quick reflexes to dodge these things, because a lot of times you really barely have any time to react to them because they just pop up on screen. Like,
Okay.
you know what's sad? You know what's sad, Shiroi? The fan remake of King's Quest 2 had a sequence that was much like this. But you know what that sequence had? It had arrows in advance telling you where the rocks were gonna be, so you could properly dodge them. Why is it that a point-and-click adventure game does an action set piece better than an action platformer? I don't... So yeah.
It is very weird here. It looks like you're running uphill.
Yeah. I guess it's not at all. Like, even without the difficulty, this would just be like, this is so simplistic. Go ahead. You were saying?
It's sound effect.
Okay. Tomorrow we go into thick jungle.
Oh, so we managed to rescue him, I guess.
Well, we did in the previous level too.
True. Sorry.
Alright, everybody. In the next part, we finish the game, and we move on to another French-inspired game of sorts after that. So, see you then.
See ya.
See ya.